Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make the most of your virtual pianos. Now I know the software might be exactly the same as what I'm running, but that's alright. You can just apply the concepts to whatever instruments you're using. So here I'm inside Reaper, and I have a test piano track already loaded up, and I designed this to go from the high notes to the low notes to get an idea of how this thing is going to sound. So the first thing we're going to do is go into Contact and load up a piano from the Native Instruments Classic Piano Collection. And this is just the stock piano, no changes whatsoever, and to get an idea of how it sounds, I'll play this right back. Alright, so you can hear it doesn't sound the greatest, but we're going to do our best to change that. So here you can see all the parameters you can change within Contact. I'm not going to leave the tuning or velocity curve. Well, I am going to leave those alone. The resonance, I don't have any sustain pedal recorded, but if you did, you can change this to get an idea of how that would change the sound. But here we go, the noise and the pedal. Again, I don't have any pedal, so I'm not going to change that, but the key noise, if I turn this all the way up, you'll be able to hear how that, you hear that subtle release sound. And I think that's a little too loud like that, so I'm going to just turn it back to however it was. Here we have the lid, and we can hear how this changes the sound. So it sounds like that kind of takes off some of the high end, and I like that, so I'm going to leave it half closed. I don't want it too muffled, but just take a little bit off the dynamic. Just leave that as neutral. But again, just mess with these to see how you like the sound. And now the reverb, might sound right, but I'm going to turn it the whole way down because we're going to be using a different reverb. The position, let's mess with this. So it does sound good like this, a little bit higher than midpoint, but I don't want it too artificial sounding, so I'm going to leave it about 75. That sounds fine to me, and then we can change the distance. So I like it as close, just personal preference there. So now we've gone through that and changed everything to how we like it. And what we're going to do is add a reverb. And I'm going to go into Guitar Rig. Make sure both of these are loaded so it's a stereo signal. And we can start adding some stuff here. So like you can see, I added reflector, and we have a lot of things that we can change in here. So it's kind of like drowning in reverb right now, so I'm going to knock the wet down a little bit, and a little bit of a big sound, so I'll turn this down a little bit there. So you can hear how that reverb really thickens up the sound. It sounds a lot better than just the stock piano from Contact. If you click this little triangle, you can go into some more things we can change. And if you want to keep the reverb signal from being too muddy, I'll take the low envelope and just cut that down. Probably won't be able to hear much of a difference. But it's good practice to EQ out the things that you can't really hear. So EQ until it doesn't change the sound, and that's cutting off some of the really super low frequencies and keeping things from getting too muddy. So yeah, we can hear how this piano goes from being like this go in and add some dynamics. So I've been really liking this thing called Transient Master, just a transient shaper. But I've been really liking how it sounds on piano. So what I'm going to do is jack the sustain up a little bit and the gain quite a bit. The attack, it already sounds pretty punchy, so that's with it on and off. So that's just a way to bring up the overall energy of the piano sound there. Still keeping it pretty dynamic, not crushing it or anything like that, and I think it adds a good touch. So yeah, that's about it. Just want to throw some ideas out there to make the most of your piano sounds. Really play with reverb, some dynamics, and you can even go into EQ or anything like that. But just wanted to keep it pretty simple and show that some of the right effects can really turn a bad piano into one that can be quite usable. So hope this is interesting to you guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and as always, thank you for watching.